Alright, it is 3:17 in the morning and I have not accomplished a single thing in regards to writing or editing. So far I have been gaming on the rare occasion that I'm not attempting to warm up the house. With wind chill, it is about negative 53 degrees outside. The wind is rather strong depending on which forecast I look at. This one doesn't have it on there right now, but no, there it is. Average wind gust is 28.8 miles per hour, but then it also has wind gust, which is 41.4 miles per hour. I'm no weather expert, so I don't know which one of those follows anything here, but regardless, there is ice on the roof around the chimney thing for the furnace, so the furnace doesn't kick on by itself, which means that I have to babysit it to turn it off, wait a couple seconds, and then turn it back on to kick the furnace on. However, whenever I do that and the furnace kicks on for a few minutes, the air that comes out of the vents is nowhere near warm enough to actually heat up the house in the slightest, so it is currently just above 50 degrees in the house at 3:19 in the morning, so that's cool. I'm out here in the living room with the heater turned on, and I'm still cold. I am wearing 3 pairs of pants, one of which is a pair of wool leggings, and the top layer is a pair of super fluffy pajama pants, and I am wearing 3 shirts under this jacket, one of which is like an Under Armour shirt, and the other one is like a Cuddle Dudge shirt, which is specifically made to be warm. And then I have a short sleeve on top of that, so I look like a baseball player. And then we've got this jacket on, and a beanie, and my gloves. My hands are so cold that A, they are completely cracked and destroyed. B, I have a couple spots that have bled already this morning. And C, they are so cold that they're genuinely sore to the touch whenever I accidentally brush them against something. And they're just super red. But yeah, between the cold and everything else, I just haven't accomplished anything. At the moment, I'm just attempting to stay awake until 6 at least. I would love to stay awake until 8. But if I make it until a little before 7, my mom will be awake. And then I'll be able to tell her about the furnace and that it will turn on when I flip the switch, but that the air's not warm at all, and then she can talk to my grandpa about it, and then I can go to sleep, hopefully. But I'm mostly playing Dying Light at the moment, in an attempt to keep myself awake. I don't want to fall asleep, both because of my sleep schedule, and both because I do not want to fall asleep when it's this cold out here. But you know, I don't know what else to do. I have my cat out here in her cage because it is freezing cold on the end of the house where she normally is. She's kind of an ass, so she can't run around free in the house or anything. So she mostly is in a bedroom back there. But right now she's in a cage out here, so that way she can be in what I presume is the warmest room in the house. My room isn't terrible. The wind must be coming from this direction, and my room is on that side. So, my chinchilla is okay, which is something. And my dog, my little one, is in the laundry room, and his water dish, the whole top layer was frozen, so I got him new water, and swept the snow back outside. But it was relatively warm in there compared to earlier today when I walked in there, so I haven't done anything with him yet. I don't have a way to keep him nice and warm. He has a nice dome bed that he can crawl into, kind of like a little fluffy igloo, that's pointed away from the door, so he's protected from like any potential wind that leaks through or anything like that. But like I said, at the moment it's warm in there compared to most of the other rooms in the house. Currently, the only rooms that are warm-ish are the living room, my room, and the laundry room. But Little Bit does not like cages. He's never been kennel trained, anything like that, and he can't run around free because he would pee on everything. And if he wasn't peeing on anything, I would have to worry about the big dog hurting him in any way, shape, or form. And neither of those are things that I want to deal with for obvious reasons. But if it gets colder, I don't know what to do. It's supposed to get to like -60 wind chill today. So I don't know if I bite the bullet and try to make him stay in a cage and be out here or be in my room or what. But I feel so guilty for all of the animals. Even though they're all inside, I still feel guilty as shit. But I don't expect to get a lot of writing done today. I don't expect to get a lot of editing done today. It's freezing outside and it's cold as hell inside, and I'm just doing what I can to not freeze and to keep the animals from freezing. So this is my morning so far. I might attempt to get some writing done later, but we'll see. But either way, once I accomplish something, whenever that happens, whether it be before I go to sleep or after I wake up or whatever, I'll give you guys an update. But until then, I'm just going to attempt to stay warm. So I'll see you at some point. Alright, so just as an update, it is a little after 8 a.m. And at this point, I'm getting ready to attempt to go to sleep. It is about 55-ish degrees in the house, or at least in the living room. The thermostat only measures the living room, so there's that. My cat is still in her cage out there. It is still the warmest room in the house as far as I can tell. And her room is absolutely freezing cold, so I'm gonna let her stay out there for a few hours and then figure out what the hell to do with her food and her water and her litter box, so that way she can, you know, do what she needs to do to be a cat. But at the moment, we do not have hot water. No pipes have burst or anything like that, but the hot water is frozen and the cold water still works at the moment. The furnace is slowly working on warming up the house at the moment. My mom went up on the roof at about 7 and knocked ice off of the chimney thing, so that way the furnace could actually produce heat again. But at this point, I have been cold for so long that my jaw is tensed up, my wrists are tense, my knuckles are tense. I'm still freezing, and I'm currently laying on a heating pad. My bed is so cold that the mattress feels like a rock everywhere except for where my heating pad is sitting, because I think it's a memory foam mattress, but it's freezing cold, so it won't like compress when you lay on it. It's like laying on a brick. But you know, Little Bit, Willie, he has a heater on him in the hallway pointed at the laundry room, so it's not as unbearably cold in there. His water is frozen over, and I can't do anything about it until we have hot water again. So I'm gonna wake up every few hours, potentially every hour if I don't wake up that way on my own, and check on everyone, check on everything, check on the water, whatever. But I'm not going to start writing until sometime after 2, most likely. I'm gonna do my best to sleep until at least 2:30 as a whole. I know I will wake up in between there, but that's the goal. And then I'll start writing and editing and go from there. I don't expect a lot of progress to be made today because, again, I'm cold as hell. My knuckles have already suffered a lot this morning, and I haven't even been typing. So I don't expect a lot of progress to be made. But regardless, I'm gonna try and get some sleep. So we're going to aim for that. But I will update you guys whenever I actually write or edit or whatever. I don't know when that will be, but whenever it is, I will give you an update. So it's 1:12-ish in the afternoon. The good news is we have hot water. That's what this is from. That's from the water heater and the pipes after they unfroze. The bad news is this is it on full blast, and this is it on off. So at the moment, I'm waiting for my grandpa to come over to see if he can fix that. I'm going to eat breakfast and potentially play a game and attempt to switch between writing, but either way I'll give you guys an update when one actually comes along. Alrighty, it is 3:05 p.m. and I haven't done any writing yet. I actually did manage to sleep until about 2:30, not counting any times that I woke up in between that. I also slept all the way through the morning from about 2-something to 6-something. Not the plan. I had taken a nap and set my alarm for 30 minutes. And then it didn't go off. I should have expected that, but you know. I had fixed my sleep schedule yesterday, but the faucet issue that I showed you, that actually woke me up the first time at like 11-something. So I ended up getting like 3 hours of sleep. So by the time my grandpa came over to fix that, then I had to continue to worry about the animals and the cold and whatever. So I didn't go back to sleep, so my sleep schedule was ruined again. But, you know, here we are. I'm hoping that the sleep that I have gotten now will lead me through the morning and I'll be fine. I'll probably have to play a game in the morning to keep my brain focused on something that requires, like, actual work. I can write when I'm absolutely exhausted, so it does nothing to keep me awake. So, that's where we run into issues. But yesterday, I didn't make it around to Man of Darkness, and that's because I was editing a book for someone else. That one was called The Untold Story, and I edited the first 3,536 words of it. The short version there is that eventually I'm hoping to be able to do copy edits for other people, and at the moment I'm doing the first 3 chapters to roughly the first 3,000 words, whichever comes first for a certain writer. For that person, their first 3 chapters were 3,536 words, which that's about how I write as well. It makes them easier to digest for me, because I personally like shorter chapters, so I write shorter chapters. But, and the hope with editing the first 3 chapters, 3,000-ish words for people for free, is that I eventually get a buildup of reviews on my process, how they liked the suggestions, if I did a well enough job, so on and so forth, so that way I can eventually put them on a website and sell copywriting or copy editing services that way. I think it will take a while, but I'm getting there. But that's why I didn't make it around to Man of Darkness. That's what I'm going to do today after I do some more writing. I haven't written anything down for yesterday. I only wrote 1,612 words yesterday. I'm going to move my iPad so I can write that down. And then I only edited that 3,000 number. But I'm going to start with the time stopper today. I already have the doc loaded up here. That's what I was working on this morning, between 6 and a little before 8-ish. Progress was slow there, but I was pretty tired when I woke up at 6. So the extra sleep here has definitely helped me, and the fact that it's not 50 degrees in the house also helped me sleep, so that's something. As far as I know, we are out of the drastic wind chill bullshit. yesterday and the day before, there were definitely points where the wind chill was below -51 early in the morning. So it's been really fun. This polar vortex thing in the Midwest is absolutely thrilling. I love it. I love the snow and the cold so much. It's my favorite thing in the world. She says sarcastically. But I'm going to get into working on the time stopper. I don't expect progress to be super fast. The cold has deeply affected my knuckles, so they're very tensed up. This doesn't hurt, but if I go to here, this burns through here. So I'm going to do what I can. I might have to switch over to dictating and just deal with all of the mistakes and fix it later, but we'll see. So I'm going to get into that, and once I meet the 1,200 words, hopefully that happens, then I will move on to Man of Darkness, but either way I will give you an update once I make progress here again in the time stopper. So it is 9:24. I'm still slowly making progress on the time stopper. Progress is very, very slow. All of my joints, not just my knuckles right now, are cold and swollen, and typing has been a pain so far, but I'm slowly making progress. This video has been exporting for like 3.5 hours, and it's here for progress. So I'm going to cancel the export and let it sit for a little while and then come back and try again. It's the gaming video that's supposed to go up tomorrow, but we'll see what happens there. So I'm just going to exit out of this and leave it alone for a little bit. But I'm going to get back to work on the time stopper, go from there, and then hopefully get to move on to Man of Darkness before the end of the night. But like always, I'll give you guys an update when I have one to give.